It has truly become impossible to live in Shanghai now. Everywhere you look, shops are liquidating, selling at a loss. In Weigand, Jiading district, another business has just shut down. Companies that once operated actively along Huyi Road are now nowhere to be seen. Over 10,000 square meters of factory space sit empty. The landlord, furious, has flipped the table and slashed the rent to just 0.65 yuan per square meter. Honestly, I can't survive in Shanghai anymore. My monthly expenses reach 150,000 yuan. I'm on the verge of collapse due to the ruthless competition from major players in the door and window industry. The price war has left honest business people like us with no way out. In Changning district, an entire street section has seen all its ground floor shops close, mostly bars and small hotels. This area was once dubbed a mini United Nations because of its large foreign population, which also fueled the bar scene. But this year, the number of foreigners has dropped significantly, and many bars have gone bankrupt. In Jing'an district, near the Shanghai railway station, on Moling Road, the row of electric grill restaurants across the street has also shut down. Almost all the shops along this stretch have closed, with only a few still barely holding on. This area is less than 300 meters from the train station, yet it now feels desolate. In the past, people had to line up just to secure a rental spot in that row of shops. The restaurant Fugui used to be so packed that customers had to wait in long queues to get in. But now, as you can see, they're all closing one after another. Looking across the street, it's likely they'll close too. I don't understand how things got to this point. Mainland China's economy continues to decline. Even a first-tier city like Shanghai is now in a deep recession. Stores transferring ownership or shutting down are everywhere. Commercial streets that once bustled with activity are now eerily quiet. Every industry is in decline. Jobs are hard to come by and unemployment is rising fast. At a shopping mall in Shuhui district, which has over 1,000 units, at least dozens of stores have already closed. A bubble tea shop spent tens of thousands of yuan just on an ice machine, but ended up losing 30,000 to 40,000 yuan. A Japanese restaurant lost at least 500,000 to 600,000 yuan. Some stores didn't even have time to dismantle themselves. Demolition crews had to complete the job within 7 days. Every time we tear down a store or a commercial space, we feel sorry for the owner. But there's no other choice. Many people probably opened their shops without thinking it through. Before they could even turn a profit, they were already deep in debt. Everything went down the drain. If they had just put the money in a bank, it might have covered a whole year's living expenses. The food and beverage industry in big cities like Shanghai is now harder to survive in than in third or fourth tier cities. Every day, countless stores call us to take down their setups, and even then, we have to turn many away. Even iconic hotels like the Dynasty Hotel, once a household name in Shanghai, have shut down. It used to be the go-to place for baby banquets, birthdays, and weddings for locals. There was once a luxury Lincoln parked out front. Now, only moving trucks remain to haul away the furniture. News of the Dynasty Hotel's closure caused an uproar online. One person recalled, "As a kid, I dreamed of getting married there." Another said they once saw it on TV and hoped to visit one day when they grew up. But by the time they did, all the luxurious landmarks had vanished. A blogger posted a video showing that even formerly bustling streets like East Nanjing Road have now become desolate, with many stores shut down. This is a sight I haven't seen in decades. My beloved West Nanjing Road, have you also fallen silent? It's now 6 p.m. in July, and I'm standing at what used to be the busiest stretch near the International Hotel on West Nanjing Road. I haven't been here in a long time. Today I passed by and recorded a live scene just out of curiosity, and what I saw truly shocked me. This used to be the famous Nanjing pedestrian street. This is the main entrance. The windows and doors of the entire building are now sealed shut. This store has also closed. For decades, this section has always been the liveliest part of West Nanjing Road. In the past, even buses couldn't pull into their stops because the sidewalks were packed with people spilling onto the road. Back in the 80s and 90s, there was even a huge pedestrian overpass here, packed shoulder to shoulder with people. But now storefronts along the street are shutting down one after another, a sight unseen in the past 30 or 40 years. I wonder if others have noticed this lately. It feels like there are genuinely fewer people in Shanghai. Around 11 p.m., the streets are almost empty. In the past, night barbecue stalls would light up the street and crowds would be shoulder to shoulder. That's no longer the case. You used to have to queue and wait for your number to be called just to eat in a mall. Now, not only are there no lines, but shops are offering endless discounts and promotions just to attract customers. Today, only two shops in this area are still operating. It's like a mass extinction, and we're one of the few stores still holding on. This area lies in the very heart of Shanghai, Jing'an District, directly opposite the Shanghai railway station, inside a shopping mall that looks lively from the outside, but is eerily quiet inside. There's even a live house venue on the upper floor across from us, but there are fewer passers-by than there are service staff. The atmosphere feels like that of a ghost town. Right across from our store is a cinema, but there are barely any young people going in. The desolation of an abandoned town is painfully real. As the economy continues to decline, many once vibrant commercial districts in Shanghai have grown cold and quiet. Netizens have shared that even in central Shanghai, they've witnessed malls vanishing one by one, such as Pacific Mall, Meilongjian Plaza, Isatan, Shanghai Landmark Plaza, Number 6 Department Store, and Paris Spring. Even in Lujizui, one of the most prosperous commercial areas, the emptiness at Zhengda Plaza is now hard to ignore. The elimination rate and speed of commercial centers in Shanghai, especially large-scale ones, is visibly increasing. One netizen shared that the Aegean Shopping Mall on Wuzhong Road in Minhang District, the first retail project of the Red Star Group launched in 2017 and spanning over 500,000 square meters, has become deserted in less than 10 years. He said that while some indoor areas are still operational, nearly 90% of the outdoor shop spaces have been vacated. Walking through the open-air section felt like stepping into a mall abandoned for years. Another person noted that even Qipu Road, once a major wholesale hub in one of Shanghai's most thriving areas, is now empty. Shop rental prices have plummeted from a peak of 70,000 yuan per month to just 500 yuan, or in some places, you can rent a spot just by covering the management fee. People sigh. When it comes to Qipu Road, there isn't a Shanghainese who doesn't remember its former glory. But now, it has become the hey gang of Shanghai's retail industry. What's the current state of Shanghai? You might not believe it when you hear this. Fruit vendors are crying, vegetable sellers are crying, restaurant owners are crying, real estate agents are crying. Even people in the construction materials business are crying. Tell me, is there any industry left in Shanghai that isn't crying? There are many people online saying that the job market in Shanghai is terrible right now and that it's extremely hard to find work. But in my opinion, this isn't just a Shanghai issue. It reflects the overall situation across the country. Take my company as an example. We used to have about 2,300 people listed in the company directory. Now there are just a little over 1,000. Our Shanghai branch is just one location. We used to rent 3 full floors, now we're down to 1, and even that floor isn't fully occupied. Some people might think this is simply downsizing from 2,000 to 1,000 people. But in reality, only a few hundred of the original staff remain. The rest are mostly fresh graduates. Now, when projects are assigned, the person in charge often says, "The team is mostly fresh graduates. Please be understanding." That's the current situation. Finding a job in Shanghai is genuinely difficult now, and salaries aren't nearly as high as people might imagine. Before I came here, I also believed Shanghai was a land of opportunity, a place where earning over 10,000 yuan a month would be easy. But after actually moving here, working and living here, I realized just how wide the gap is between expectations and reality. I've submitted a huge number of applications without hearing back. The ones that do reply are mostly for sales or customer service roles. As for better jobs, they require 3 to 5 years of experience. But even then, the pay is only a few thousand yuan.